How did Ben's death affect you?
It was really sad. We were in a lot of classes together, had a lot of the same friends, used to hang out quite a lot at weekends, and yeah, it was quite a shock, definitely. It was really upsetting.
And I saw they had a great impact on a lot of people in the school. He's a very cool guy, he's very nice to everybody, always ready to have fun. You know, it proves that he had an impact on me even though we never met. It's very sad when someone goes like that. I really hope his family and his friends are okay with everything, because I know that personally, if I was friends with a guy like that, it'd be very upsetting.
Oh, it was just terrible. So horrible.
He was bright, you know, he was doing very well, and you think he's gone, the future's finished, that's it. So, what do you say?
I loved him so much. He was such a great boyfriend. I really thought we'd be together forever.
What are your most precious memories of Ben?
We had so many. In the summer we went to Portugal and he worked really hard so he could pay for everything. And we had such a great time.
What will you miss most about him?
Sorry. You know what? I only went out with him to make Lucy jealous. She liked him and I knew I could have him. He was the cutest guy on the football team, and I was considered the prettiest girl. Besides, we worked well together, fed each other's popularity. Why didn't you tell me?
It wasn't in my place to tell you. Besides, don't act like you cared anyway.
We all know the reason you followed him around. Because you just wanted to be like him. Pathetic. I'm going to be the laughing stock of the whole school. Get out of here!
Do you think anything could have prevented this from happening?
Not really. I mean, Ben was a very proud kid. I know that it wasn't his choice to go for Oxbridge and to do a lot of the other things he was known for at school. But I think he just wanted to be the best he could be in everything that he did. And partly because of that, it was very hard for him to ask for help, because I think he felt that would make him look weak. And I don't think he'd like to feel that way. At least that's the impression I got from 2 years of being his personal tutor.
Were you surprised finding out about Ben's drug problem?
Honestly, I don't think I was. I'm not surprised at all things worked out the way they did. He was under so much pressure at home. His brother, you know, had been so high achieving academically, and I think his parents wanted him to be the same. But I don't think he wanted that at all. I don't think he cared about Oxbridge or any of the rest of that stuff. I think what he really wanted to do was sports. That was his real passion, and all he wanted to do was play football. And I think he just felt he wasn't able to.
So I take it you already knew about Ben's ADHD drug addiction. Why did you not tell anyone?
I should have told someone, I know. It was wrong of me and I blame myself every day for what happened. But he asked me not to tell anyone. He kept saying that it would ruin everything for him if I did. He made me promise him. I had to promise, he was my best friend. And what's so wrong with it anyway? Everyone's taking drugs, at least he was taking it for a good reason.
Do you think that ADHD medication would have caused Ben to have a car accident?
Yes, actually, most certainly, because ADHD medication would make you feel very restless, you would have sleeping difficulties and therefore you wouldn't feel very rested at all. Loss of appetite and headaches are also very frequent symptoms. Mood swings, dizziness and a racing heartbeat is also very, very common. So yeah, all of those symptoms obviously would have made it very, very difficult for him to perform everyday tasks.
Is ADHD medication abuse common in teenagers?
Stimulant abuse in general is very, very common amongst young people in particular, because obviously they take all those drugs thinking it's going to enhance their performance, and a lot of the times they're taken just before exams, sort of in preparation, and when they're pulling all-nighters and cramming for exams, it obviously happens, sadly, very, very frequently.
We were devastated. But to think that that my son, died trying to prove something to us and his brother, even the thought of partly carrying the responsibility of your own child's death. Clearly, I'm aware that children take all kinds of medication these days, but our Ben was a good son. I could have never imagined on what kind of pressure he was actually under. I was completely oblivious that everything might have been too much for him. We just never asked. He was always doing so great, just like his brother. We didn't stop for a second to think that he may have been unhappy.